Hey friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Bianca, and today I thought of showing you what my day job looks like. It's basically a mixture of working in the office, going out into the field to meet new people, and praying that everyone can tolerate my general weirdness. So my morning starts at around 7:30 a.m. I'm not a morning person, so it took me a moment to just negotiate with myself on the benefits of getting up early before I eventually did so. Once I get up, I usually like to let some sunlight into my room just because it helps to wake me up. After that, I went on to brush my teeth, shower, and get dressed for the day. Today's breakfast special, a coffee-flavored bread with my favorite chocolate malt drink, Milo. Whilst I had breakfast, I took the time to chat with my grandma, who had just got back from a morning fitness class. Honestly, I think my grandma is far more popular than me in my own neighborhood. She goes out pretty much almost every morning to exercise with her friends and sometimes go on coffee dates after that. Maybe that's what the retiree life looks like? But I honestly have no clue because the clock has struck 8:15 a.m. and I certainly have to go as there's a 9 a.m. meeting at the office that I need to attend. With little time to lose, I strap my backpack, put on my work shoes, and say goodbye to Grandma and Milo. Milo conveniently ignores me again because she has already been fed for the morning. I need to teach her gratitude at some point in her life, but the cat knows too well that I love her too much to do that. So off I go. I soon realized that the morning traffic jam was way worse than I thought, and I found myself queuing inside my neighborhood just to enter the main roads. Fortunately, the radio had some excellent music playing at that hour, so I decided to just turn up the volume, pretend no one is staring at me, and have a mini karaoke session in the car. I eventually got onto the highway, and it probably took me another 20 minutes-ish to get to the office, find a parking spot, and get to work just in time for the call. After the meeting, I spent some time having a mini co-working session with my colleagues, Jason and Paisan, to wake each other up for the day. On my end, I was finalizing a report for my fund's investors, followed by building a slide deck on a health tech startup, which I will be pitching to the investment team the following week. No pressure, right? Just kidding. I actually find the investment field to be really interesting because the job scope often requires me to think like an artist as well as a scientist. On one hand, you got to be a little bit of a dreamer and optimist, so think the world is our oyster. What if the founder's moonshot idea becomes a reality? But on the other hand, you also gotta just keep asking yourself, can this business actually make money? Is there any data suggesting that the startup is going somewhere? Am I falling into any psychological biases? Or the toughest one yet, what if I'm wrong? So in other words, the VC life is basically about striking a healthy balance between being fact-driven versus being a little bit of a village idiot. So it's intense, but I digress. This is actually a part that makes the VC life pretty fun. Regardless, working in VC still means a lot of PowerPoint slides and Excel models. So that's the reality I'm living in right now. And at some point, another one of my colleagues decided to establish his presence in the office.
Hi everyone, so I am now here with my super weird colleague, Randy. So Randy, would you like to introduce yourself to the internet? How did you find yourself in the VC space in the first place?
By chance.
Elaborate.
Love, the startup scene. Love to look at companies. That's why I'm here.
Okay. Were you a finance student since uni or something?
I started from engineering, then always been studying companies, and hopefully one day want to invest in a unicorn or what. So we try to uncover gems here. You see, that's our job. That's our daily job.
Yeah. Okay. That's awesome.
Funnily enough, a few of my other colleagues eventually decided to join in with the fun.
These are another two of my other colleagues. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Yan. I'm Paisan.
And how are you enjoying today so far?
Good.
Soon after that, my dear colleague Jia Hui decided that it was time to share a punny joke, and Deng Hao agreed to introduce himself to the world.
Bianca, why do you always wear the same shoe?
Why?
Cutie.
Excuse me.
Is that too over?
Hello. Hi. Why you look so scared?
What do you want?
I want you to introduce yourself to the internet because a lot of people want to get to know you better.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
What's your name?
My name is Deng Hao. Hi everyone. Whoever who watches Bianca's channel.
Yeah, so I mean, what do you do here? Like, what's your role and how do you even find yourself in BC in the first place?
I'm part of the investment team. I would say I joined the industry by accident as well. I was initially brought into the company to help out some of the portfolios and helping them expand across the region.
Mm-hmm.
So by accident, I got shifted to the investment team, but so the rest is history.
Do you enjoy it so far?
Yes, definitely. Especially getting the chance to work with Bianca.
I think I scare him. I think. Sounds like it. Okay, thank you, Deng Hao. Thank you.
As a disclaimer, I did not pay Deng Hao to say that he enjoyed working with me. That line was not scripted at all, I swear. But anyway, I continued working on my presentation deck with the calming power of Japanese green tea as my substitute for coffee. Soon enough, it was time to get lunch. And today, Jace and I had a few people to meet, so we decided to take a car together and chat along the way. If you ever find yourself in Malaysia, one of the places you definitely need to check out would be Village Park. They are famous for the nasi lemak, which is the national dish of Malaysia. It is fragrant rice cooked in coconut milk and pandan leaf, and depending on where you are in Malaysia, you'll have rice with sides like peanuts, eggs, fried anchovies, cucumbers, and a chili-based sauce called sambal. In Village Park's case, most people love their nasi lemak because they serve it with really delicious fried chicken.
What's up, guys? Hey, alright, okay, cool.
After lunch, it was time for me and Jace to head back to the office. Since Jace is an ex-investment banker, she needs her coffee fix to last the rest of the afternoon. I then started my own afternoon meeting with Johnson. He was working on a project closely related to the one I completed recently. And of course, since everyone in the office at this point knows that I'm vlogging today, Deng Hao decided to establish his presence in the background.
Yeah.
Oh, it was recording. Okay. I didn't know, but okay. Deng Hao, want to say hi?
As 3 o'clock came around, it was time for me to head off to an event in central Kuala Lumpur as there were a few people I needed to meet. The event I was attending is actually an annual conference called WOW Digital Southeast Asia. If I were to attempt an explanation of what the event is all about, just try to imagine it as some sort of gathering of Southeast Asia's tech players, entrepreneurs, and investors, where people can network, share exciting ideas, and talk about upcoming trends that are worth taking note of. Besides meeting many interesting people, I was also there to attend a panel discussion moderated by my friend Amanda, who was visiting from the Philippines. So Amanda runs a tech and business newsletter called Backscoop, which keeps you up to date on the latest ongoings in the Southeast Asian tech scene. As a result of this venture, Amanda has actually created loads of opportunities for herself, including a chance to interview American serial entrepreneur and media executive Jason Ma. And in case this might be useful for you to know, I actually met Amanda through LinkedIn because we followed each other's work for a while before we eventually started to reach out and chat to each other.
So we're here today with Amanda, and this is a very, very impromptu thing that I asked her to do. So would you like to just introduce yourself to the internet, Amanda?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Amanda and I run Backscoop. It's a daily newsletter that makes it fun and easy to stay updated with everything Southeast Asian tech and startups. So basically all you need to do is subscribe at www.backscoop.com, and it's a really easy way to stay updated with everything going on in the startup ecosystem here in Southeast Asia.
Well, everyone just needs to know, how old were you when you started that?
I started Backscoop when I was 19. I'm 20 now. I didn't drop out of university. I actually just graduated from high school in 2020. I started working at a startup, and after a year I decided to launch my own thing just to see if it will work, because I thought, okay, I have an idea, I think there's a market for it, so let's launch it and see if it works. So basically that.
You're doing an amazing job, and it's just actually because of Backscoop, that's how I guess I accidentally got to know you on LinkedIn and all that.
Yeah, and then we even got to see each other at Village Park in real life.
Thanks so much for
thanks for inviting me onto this impromptu thing.
This leads me to say that the power of building in public is real. So I really encourage everyone to give that a go because you can never know what opportunities it may bring you someday. Eventually, it was nearing 6 o'clock and I still had some work stuff to sort out. So I said goodbye to my friends and headed back to the office, where I finished up the last bits of work I set out to complete by the end of today before I headed home for a short break. My brain was absolutely exhausted from all the thinking and socializing I've done for the day. I suppose under normal circumstances, I would have just called it a day and gone to bed early, but today is one of those days where I had Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu classes, so I like to maintain the discipline of showing up and practicing a few rounds to stay fit. And to me, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is like some sort of fight club, but you get to talk about it all the time. With that, I had a peanut butter sandwich to get a quick energy boost, say goodbye to Milo the cat again, and head back out to the gym. Okay, suppose you're not familiar with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. In that case, I'll try my best to provide some context on what's going on. So, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is one martial art where you don't actually have to worry about getting kicked or punched in the face. Instead, you'll be doing a lot of ground fighting and grappling, and the main objective is to get your opponent to submit. But the hard part is, how? Because trust me, most techniques are pretty straightforward when you're simply learning how to do it. Still, when it comes to a real fight, your opponent isn't exactly going to let you do that to them. At least in my limited experiences, I have been choked, sat on, armbarred, foot lock, shoulder lock, elbow lock, you name it. So the beautiful part about this sport is that it doesn't matter how long you've been training. Someone smaller or less experienced can quite literally beat me up in under a minute. On that note, practicing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is my counterintuitive way of reminding myself to always stay humble. By the end of the class, my body hurts, my mind hurts, my ego hurts, but I'm still well and alive.
Hi Cam, this is Jiu-Jitsu Foundry where you can do Jiu-Jitsu. Hello.
Hi.
Hi coach. This is my hair after one roll. It's just like,
This is your hair before the roll. And this is your hair after the roll.
yeah, pretty much. Hi, this is Alex. I don't know how long have you been training?
About north of 8 months.
How did you find out about Jiu-Jitsu actually?
I just wanted to since, martial arts has always been a passion of mine, but I didn't have the opportunity to actually try it when I was a kid, so...
How have you been enjoying it so far? Have you been attending every day?
Oh yeah, I like making everybody into... I like turning everybody into pretzel.
So bad are you?
Pause this, okay? Pause this.
Come on. Ay, 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 ay.
This time, bro. Or not. This time. Get the photo.
Yeah. It's gone recording.
This time, bro. Make me look good on social media, man. Thank you.
So, do you think I'd stand a career in Jiu-Jitsu? A career?
A career?
No.
Career?
You have to hit midlife crisis like me. 20 years litigation. Hit midlife crisis.
Okay.
I think I'll do a jiu-jitsu thing and I'll open my academy now.
Okay, fine. You're a recovering lawyer. I get it.
So you got 20 years to clock in.
Okay.
I then stayed back to chat for a bit with my friends and head home for some light dinner, where I had the chance to catch up with my parents and chat about our days. After that, I had a shower, got ready for bed, and took some time to wind down by reading a storybook. Today's pick, I decided to revisit my childhood by reading the original version of The Jungle Book. No particular reason for that, it's just for me to give my mind a break from computer and phone screens. Soon enough, I reckon it's about time to call it a day and just sleep. With that, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I hope that I've managed to give you a glimpse into what the VC life looks like. If you enjoyed it, do consider liking, subscribing, and hitting the bell icon to help my channel. Till then, I wish all of you a lovely day ahead, and I shall see you in my next video. Bye bye!